Hello YouTube, welcome to the Riding with Rick channel. I'm Rick, your host, and today we're going to clean this motorcycle. So here we are on a nice sunny Saturday morning. I thought I'd put together this video in response to Amer Sheikh's video of keeping the Honda Goldwing clean. The bike went through a thrashing yesterday on my way down to the dealership to replace the rear tire and my flat tire fiasco. And you know, we're all bound to ride through rain, and I'll show you around the bike here in a minute what I'm contending with. But the one thing I wanted to mention before getting started is that I avoid taking my motorcycle to a place where there's a power washer or pressure washer of any sorts. I've seen a lot of guys in videos doing that, and it's not recommended by Honda to do that. And you know, motorcycles in general don't do well with water. They don't mix, and you know, if you don't remove water from your motorcycle in all places, fasteners will corrode over time. And the bike behind me is, the electrical system is a CAN bus system, and water and electrical don't mix. There are people that say that everything is weather sealed, etc., but I just don't take the chance of pouring water on my motorcycle and not removing it completely. Just the electrical gremlins, that kind of stuff will seep in. Okay, so the first product that I use is Meguiar's Final Inspection number 34. This is from their professional line. I buy it by the gallon just because I use a lot of it. A gallon usually lasts me throughout the entire season for my cars and my motorcycles. I just pour it off into a handy spray container, and I actually carry a small bottle of this on my motorcycle along with a microfiber towel just for keeping the bike clean during the course of the ride. And I'll just talk about that a little bit a little later on in this video. The next product that I use is Decon Iron Remover from Chemical Guys. I won't go over this because I made an entire video out of it. I use this for the rear wheel, which I'll be doing today, but I won't go into detail on that. All right, so the next product that I use, and since I mentioned that I never apply any type of traditional washing methods to this motorcycle, such as, like, you know, a garden hose, bucket of soap, power washer, that type of thing, I'm going to be using a waterless car wash today. This is by Chemical Guys as well, and it's appropriate for the motorcycle just because I have so much dirt on this bike. I have to have a little bit of a leg up, but normally speaking, if I'm just wiping down the motorcycle on a normal basis without, you know, rain getting involved, I use the Final Inspection. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about microfiber towels. In general, I buy Kirkland brand from Costco. I buy, you know, 36 microfiber towels, less than 20 bucks. That's pretty cheap. So I go through these quite a bit, but it is good to have a microfiber towel or two. I generally break the bike down into three components when cleaning it. There's the paint, or the entire motorcycle itself, the things that you can see. There's the wheels, and then there's everything else that you can't see. In fact, like a power washer can't get at to, like, such as like your center stand, you know, the inside of your mufflers, anything really underneath the motorcycle. So I work from top to bottom, and that way I'm not, if I work from bottom to top, I will have a very dirty towel, and if I go to wipe down any part of the paint, it has the potential to scratch the paint, so I avoid that. Okay, so yesterday I had to run this bike down to the local dealer to have a rear tire replaced, and unfortunately, as time worked out, it was a ride through the rain and a ride back home. And as you can see, I've got the bike is just trashed. windshield, everything. Just the bike has to be completely detailed from top to bottom. Try to get my shadow out of here, but it's in bad shape. And all the little nooks and crannies that you deal with. You know, the Honda Goldwing, it's a lot of motorcycle to keep clean. So one's first reaction would be like, what's the easiest way of doing this? And that's, you know, to levy the bike to a power washer or local car wash and get a power washer on it and knock all that dirt off. What I'm going to first do is I'm going to use the on the plastics and stuff I can get away with using the final inspection. But for the paint, the windshield, I'm going to take a first pass with the waterless car wash and then follow it up with final inspection. You know, it's just going to be kind of a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a time lapse, but I'm certainly not going to show you how I'm going to, you know, me wiping the bike down. Just let the camera roll and just cut shorts. I do want, no little thing, I don't know if everybody knows this, but you know, to trap the windshield so it's better to clean, it's in its down position. If I turn the motorcycle on and I lift the windshield all the way to its fullest height, now it's a little hard for me to do holding a camera because I need two hands to do this, but if you hold up the windshield wiper mechanism and turn the bike off, it'll capture the windshield in its up position, which makes cleaning it so much easier. Alright, as promised, I've got pretty much the whole top half of the motorcycle clean. One of the difficult parts of cleaning this that you really have to pay attention to is the display. This is a very soft plastic. And one other reason why you don't want to use a power or pressure washer is because if you pressure wash this, right, and you get water through this seal, outer seal, you will have condensation behind here, and if you run into that problem, good luck. You're going to have to rip the whole thing apart to replace the seal. So I highly discourage pressure washing any of this. The trick is that you can see I have some dust on here. Now I have the advantage of using a compressed air to blow all this off, but I'm going to assume that not everybody has compressed air. So I'm going to show you how I do it. The trick is to use a very clean microfiber towel, and I wet it. I really wet it down with the final inspection. The idea is just to get it wet and do not rub. I'm applying no pressure whatsoever to this. And then I'll flip it over, and again, I will just very gently clean off this just to dry the product. You can still see a little streaking here from the product. Very carefully running my towel here, and that's really all it is to keep that clean. Spray the final inspection directly on the paint. I just put it on, I wet my towel with it, and then I go over the towel, or I go over the paint, or wherever I'm cleaning, and then I flip the towel over and just buff it out. And you don't need a lot of pressure to do this, but you know, with the rain, you have to really get everywhere. Controls and everything else. I've pretty much got the top half of the bike completely done. Now I'm going to switch to the lower half of the bike and finish it out. Okay, now the fun part. I'm just doing this with final inspection. That includes the outer covers on the mufflers and anything else that you really can't see from the top of the motorcycle. Here's a little tip on the front wheel. I showed you how to do the back wheel, at least how I do it. With the bike on its center stand, it's very easy to be able to grab the front wheel and move it up into a position to clean it without moving the bike back and forth. You know, I've done that method before. This I do with nothing more than final inspection, and I get both sides, you know, pretty much as far as I can reach. The spokes, the inner hub, and then grabbing one of the spokes, I just pick the tire up. That's not too bad. Rotate the wheel. Okay, last thing to do on this bike is the seat, and I use a product called Protect All. This is actually, you can do your whole bike with this stuff if you want, but it was recommended to me through Mustang seats to use this product on their seats, because any motorcycle seat that has a stitching where two panels are joined by a stitch, well, that's a potential for water getting through the seat. So it's good to put like a wax type, even an automotive wax, on the stitching just to build up the stitching to make them tighter. I just apply this on a part of a cloth and get it in there, and like I said, it's okay to get on your paint because it is made for everything. It's just basically buffing it off. Okay, folks, it's all done. It takes about a little over an hour. I had a neighbor come over and completely stopped me from what I was doing. So if I get down into the nitty gritty, it's about an hour of my time. Now, I just want to say that I don't clean the motorcycle like that all the time, only after I ride through rain and that it really needs it. But for the most part, I just maintain it with the final inspection. And I also will suggest to carry a little bottle along with you, and when you take a stop or to stretch your legs, just wipe down the front of the bike, the windshield. It just makes cleaning it at the end of the day that much easier, because when I get home from a ride, I will take 15-20 minutes to take the final inspection through the bike and get it all cleaned up, and so it's ready to go. So now all that's left to do is to get out and get it dirty again. Okay, that's it. That's pretty much how I keep the motorcycle clean or detail it without the use of water. It took me about an hour. If you maintain it after each and every ride with, say, a product like final inspection, it's pretty easy to do, but sometimes you have to get down and dirty and clean the motorcycle top to bottom. I went a little bit overboard with cleaning the wheels and such, but it's back to looking normal. I'll get out and get it dirty again tomorrow. So I hope you found the video informative. Please subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and if you leave a comment, I'll comment on your comment. Thanks for watching.